Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Tiffany Slater, the CEO and Senior Human Resources Consultant for HR Tailor Made, the HR team for small organizations. And as you know, the month of October, one, we went pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and two, because it's my favorite color, and three, because it's my birthday month. And so I wanted to make sure that we talked about all things wellness in the month of October. And you cannot be a business owner and not talk about your finances and financial wellness without talking to a guru. And let me introduce you to my favorite financial person, my Bianca McGee of Plan Profit Grow. Welcome, Bianca.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tiffany, for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have this conversation with you. And so, for those of you who don't know, Bianca is not just my soror, of course, but she is my fractional CFO. So, as a business owner, I knew that doing my bookkeeping and my financial analyses and all of those things, that is not my ministry. So I needed someone who loved it. I love numbers, but I don't know how to manipulate them and do all of the things that she can do with numbers. So, Bianca, one, what made you start wanting to do this work for small businesses?
Oh, that's such a good question. I really identified that there was a need, right? And so when I think about my mission for my business, it's to help women CEOs to build financially and energetically sustainable businesses.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, especially the online space, most people know, okay, I need someone to do my taxes. Like you mentioned, one of the first things people want to outsource is their bookkeeping. And then if you're thinking about investments, maybe a financial advisor. But there's a big piece that if that's all that you're doing, that's missing if you're wanting to grow and scale your business.
Mhm.
And so you think about myself, I have a background, Fortune 500 corporate, and you have a CFO and you have a whole FP&A or financial planning and analysis department that's looking out for the future of the business and seeing how you can grow as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And so for
Mhm.
those women like yourself that are looking to scale and grow their business and have it profitable and really are building that legacy, it's important that you have that skill set on your team. And I saw
Yeah.
that that was something that was missing. They that didn't, have someone that was able to help them to do that. And then pairing along with that, it's not just about the analytics and the planning, but it's also about the money mindset work that goes along with being a business owner. And that also, I feel like, was a huge gap in the market that needed to be filled.
Yeah. So thank you for that. Well, and Bianca, when you think about financial wellness, what does that mean to you?
I think that your finances can be the root of great things in your life or a
Yeah.
lot of turmoil. And so I am all about helping women to make bank without burnout. And
Mhm.
I think finances is directly tied to our health. Our financial health is tied to our physical health as well. One of the number one reasons for stress for people is money, right?
Yeah.
And you also know that over 80% of the reason why small businesses fail is from financial mismanagement and running out of cash. So it's all of that stress that is combined and on business owners. And so being able to manage your cash flow helps you to ease that stress. And so that's what I, really want to help and what I do help women with. And when you think about being financially well, another thing is that people tend to focus on that top line revenue number.
Mhm.
And that is important, but that's only one piece of the puzzle,
Mm.
right? So you need to be well in terms of your revenue and what's coming in. You need to be well in terms of profitability. that the business is profitable, be well in terms of what you're taking home, as your take home pay. And then cash flow is a factor of all of those things. And then kind of putting on top of that the timing, because
Yeah.
all of these things have got to align, at the right time.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important. And I think to be financially well encompasses being well in all of those areas.
Mhm.
And it's also having the right priorities, right? Because you don't want to sacrifice your health, your family, your relationships, your spirituality just to make money. So
Yeah.
it's being balanced in that.
So what about what excuse me, what about people that are married? What kinds of conversations should we as business owners be having with our spouses as it relates to our personal finances and how that relates to our business finances?
Oh, that's such a great question. That's such a great question. Because they are related, right? And so that is one thing that people tend to kind of overlook, is that interconnectedness that can be. And we all hear about separate your finances, have a separate bank account for, your business and your personal. So I think for the most part, we've got that piece. However, where you can run into some trouble, right, is if your business is jeopardizing your personal finances, right? Or your business is not able to provide for your personal finances the way that you would like it to. So there is some interconnection there. And I think it's really important for spouses to have open and honest communication,
Mhm.
because that's where the biggest thing and breakdown that I can see, things happen. Because for the most part, that's the love of your life. You all want the same end goal. And it's
Mhm.
just sometimes that we have different ways of going about it. And also, each individual grows up, in a certain environment, right? So we have our own money beliefs and behaviors and different ways of being. And so it's important to have those conversations, to get on the same page,
Mhm.
to have goals that you're reaching and for together.
Mhm.
And then again, with that communication being open and honest, this is the runway that I need in order for, my business to grow. This is how you can support me. We may have to cut back some things at home, in order to fund that growth, but knowing that you're working on that together,
Mhm.
and having those conversations frequently, I
Yeah.
think is really important.
It's the one thing that I found is though, even though my husband has his own business and I have my own business, when you're married, you're still that spouse is still pretty much a partner in your business because
That's true.
everything that they do impacts you
Hmm.
personally, which impacts your business. So I think that is a very, very important factor when we think about running our businesses. We're never really alone in the business.
That's
We're
true.
married.
That is
Yeah.
so true. That is so
Mhm.
true.
And so we talked about the conversations that we need to have with our spouses. What kinds of conversations should we be having with our financial advisor, our fractional CFO, or you know, CPA? I know they're all different roles, but what
Hmm.
kinds of conversations and questions should we be asking?
Yes, yes. Like you mentioned, each one has a different role, so there would be different questions that you want to ask them.
Mhm.
So, for instance, with your bookkeeper, you're wanting to make sure that things are accurately classified and that the books are closed and taken care of and reconciled on a timely manner. With your tax person, making sure that your tax returns are accurate, and also searching out someone that's maybe a tax strategist that can actually help you with some forward planning in order to reduce your tax liability. And
Mhm.
then when you think about a fractional CFO, it really is getting to the heart of what's your vision, what's your goal that you're trying to achieve, and
Mhm.
helping you to map that out, not only for the current year, but even looking forward. Like, where is it exactly that you want your business to go? And
Mhm.
even thinking about what's your exit strategy, right? Are you looking to build this to sell it, or to pass it on to your children, or this is just something, during your lifetime, and you're going to use that in order to fund other areas, of wealth and legacy building, like real estate or things like that.
Yeah.
So it's important to have those conversations, and then to really talk about what are those challenges or obstacles that are going to get in the way of you achieving those goals, so that
Mhm.
you can have a plan in place in order to address that. And then it's evaluating and reviewing and tweaking as you go along, and just riding the waves, if you will, that comes along with business, and being able to build something that's lasting and sustainable.
I love that. And one last question. um, when it comes to working with a person like you having a fractional CFO, what would you say are the benefits to a business owner?
Oh goodness, there are so many benefits. So one is, I find that there are resources out there that have a lot of education, right? Where they can tell you what you should and shouldn't do and that kind of thing. But really being able to have that one-on-one interaction and support
Mhm.
from someone who intimately knows your business in and out. And then for like myself, my skill set was working cross functionally with like marketing and sales, operations, customer service, etc. So it's thinking about your business holistically. It's not just the financial statements, if you will, or looking at it from a compliance perspective, but looking at it in terms of you being able to grow, and to grow quickly.
Mhm.
Um, Being able to sidestep, those potholes and milestones, because we've kind of seen it all before. So I can help you, to be able to navigate that, and just to keep you on track. I mean, that's the thing. All of us, even the best of us, needs
Mhm.
someone to help you, to keep you going on those days when things are hard, to let you know just keep going, and to believe in you, and to help you. So those are some of the benefits.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Bianca. And I can definitely say you've been that for me. We
Mhm.
never stay on track in our conversations. They always go over the hour. We start talking about all of the we go down so many rabbit holes because you are more than just my financial advisor, which makes it or I'm sorry, my fractional CFO. I want to be very clear with my terms. Um, you are more than that for me. And we've developed this relationship as a result of you working so intimately with me. I'm sure I'm not, alone in that. Our finances, that's a really personal,
Mhm.
private thing. So it's like me letting you look in my underwear drawer. I'm just saying. That's how
You're
personal,
right.
right?
You're so right. You're so right. And to add on to that, what you're saying, that's why it's so important to have that connection with
Mhm.
who you choose, for that position, and to have that level of comfort with them,
Mhm.
because that is the way that you're able to make progress, is by being open and honest,
Yeah.
and having that type of relationship.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your time today. I hope that everybody heard you and they understand now the benefit of working with an amazing fractional CFO such as yourself. Can you please tell everybody how they can reach you?
Thank you. Yes, I would love for you to follow me on LinkedIn, and that's at Bianca McGee. And then also, if anything that I said here resonate with you, and you want to see what level of support would be helpful for you and your business, you can schedule a complimentary consultation at planprofitgrow.com.
I love it. Now, You can't take my spot with my Bianca. I'm just saying, but you do need
No, no.
her in your life. So make sure you sign up for that free consultation at planprofitgrow.com. And don't forget to sign up for the HR Tailor Made newsletter at our website, hrtailormade.com. And until next time, be kind to yourself. Thank you,